Just give 1 second. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
recording. Okay. Yeah. Let us assume. So yesterday we have been discussed about parametration using CSV, right? Let us assume you need to create the test data for the testing. So okay, your client asked you to execute a test with 100 users. Okay. In such scenario, what we need to do? So we do have 100 credentials. Okay, 100 accounts should be there with you. So 100 username, 100 password should be there. Okay. How you can create the test data? So manually you can create, or else by automating you can create. So manually that is not possible to create the test data. Why? Because so you need to follow 100 times. Let me show you. Okay. So let us assume you are working on the pet store application. Okay. So you go to sign in and here you can see forget register and all, right. So here you will go and you will create the user. Okay, like this you need to follow, okay, 100 times to create 100 accounts. ఓకే, సో ఒక యూజర్ని క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడికి రావాలి, అగైన్ యూ నీట్ క్రియేట్ వన్ మోర్ డేటా, మళ్ళీ ఇదే రావాలి, ఇదే ఫీల్డ్కి రావాలి. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ చేయాలి. సో లైక్ దట్ యూ నీట్ వాట్ యూ నీట్ టు డూ. సో యూ నీట్ టు డూ 100 టైమ్స్ చేసుకోవాలి దీన్ని. Okay, in order to avoid the manual interactions and all, what we can do, you can automate this process. Okay, I will tell you how you can automate this process and all. Okay, so coming to manually, so what you can do, you can click on the register now and give your data. So your data, your name, your password, repeat password, first name, last name, email, phone number, address 1, address 2, city, state, zip, country. So everything you need to give the input and you need to click on the save account information to create one account. Okay, so in our case we want 100 accounts here. Why? Because your client asked you to execute the test with 100 users. So therefore you should have 100 usernames, 100 passwords, అంటే 100 accounts ఉండాలి మీ దగ్గర. ఓకే, సో లైక్ ద సిమిలర్ వే యువర్ క్లయింట్ ఆస్కింగ్ యూ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ యువర్ టెస్ట్ విత్ 1000 users. అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? యూ నీడ్ టు క్రియేట్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్, యూ నీడ్ టు ఫాలో ద సేమ్ థింగ్ అండ్ యూ నీడ్ టు క్రియేట్ 1000 accounts. This is not correct. Why? Because every time going with manually and doing repeated work, so it will consume lot of your time. Okay, so ఎక్కువ టైం తీసుకుంటుంది. See, సో ఇది let us assume ఈ డేటా మొత్తం మీరు ఫిల్ చేయడానికి అప్రాక్సిమేట్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ టేకింగ్ లైక్ 1 to 1.5 minute or like it is taking. So let us assume you want to create 100 credentials you want to create. Okay, 100 credentials create cheyali, then approximately it will take around 1.5 an hour to 2 hours it can take to complete 100 credentials. That is waste of time. ఓకే, ఎందుకు? సో మాన్యువల్గా మనం ఎవ్రీ టైం చేయకూడదు. ఓకే సరే 100 కాబట్టి యూ కెన్ క్రియేటెడ్ 100 నౌ. సో యువర్ క్లయింట్ ఆస్క్డ్ యూ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ 1000, then what you will do? So can you proceed the same process for 1000 as well? No, you cannot. Okay, in such scenarios what we can do, so we can automate this process. How you can automate that process and all, I will tell you now. Okay, so whatever the process you are doing here for the first user, that you need to record. Okay, so you know how to record and all. So using JMeter, so we can record our process. So what is your scenario now? So your scenario is launching the pet store application. Let me tell you the scenario first. Okay, so JPet store. Okay, so launching the application. Next, click on the enter the store. Okay, click on the sign in. Click on the register now and give username and password, repeat password, first name, last name, everything you should give, and click on the save account information. So that's all. So this is your scenario to create a user. Okay, so this scenario what we will do, we have to record this scenario. So using JMeter now. So go to your JMeter. Okay, so you know how to record, right? Right click on the test plan, mouse around to the add the non-test element, HTTP desktop recorder. Okay, so if you want to add the view results tree, which will act like a recording time log, you can use that one, or else you can ignore also. Why? Because you are not. Okay, so let me add this as well, recording time, like time log. If there is any token generation and all at the time, recording time log is very helpful to us. Okay, so here, okay, add the thread group. Okay, so add the thread group. Okay, so go to test script recorder. Okay, so target controller you can select like a test plan thread group. and grouping, you can select put each group in a new transaction controller. Those two are recommended options. Okay, so next what you can do, you just go and click on the start button to initiate the recording from our end. Okay, so JMeter certificate invoked, click on the OK. So you can see pop-up window. So what it means, your JMeter is ready to capture the transaction. So enter the transaction name T01 underscore launch. Okay, so perform your transaction over here. So petstore.octopub.com. Okay, so launching is done. So next is enter the second transaction T02 underscore enter the store. Okay, so click on the enter the store. So next, yeah, so click on the sign in, right? So T03 underscore sign in. Okay, so click on the sign in. And here, so username and password don't enter. We are not doing login transaction. Okay, so you are going to create the user. Click on the register now. Okay, so we are going to create the user. I got to give the name. Okay, so you can give like register name. Okay, here you can enter the user ID. Okay, user ID this time I am going with something. Okay, so Madi 30. So that is my surname I have given like that. So password 123456 I have given, and the repeated password 123456. Okay, so first name let me give like Madhu. Okay, so Madhu Reddy I am giving. Okay, so okay, so last name I'm ignoring, and email. So see, these are the mandatory fields. Mandatory means there should be a there should be a star. Okay. You can enter everything, no problem. You can enter anything. So last time also, if you want to enter, you can enter something as your phone number. You can give 10 digits number. You can enter. Okay. So address one, some Holy Street. Okay. So address two. Okay, something Gandhi Bazaar. Okay. So city. Assume like okay, something home, state. Something I have given randomly. Country, so India. India, I is gone from here. India, and these are not required. Profile information, you can ignore it and click on the save account information. So whenever you have been clicked on the save account information, see the user is created now. So yesterday we have seen that. Okay, we got an exception. Okay, so now what you can do, stop the recording and verify. Okay, so what I have given, Maditati I have given, right? You go and check whether you are going to log into the application or not. Okay, let me show you. Maditati, I think, I'm not sure, like capital letter I have given. Maditati and password 123456 12345. Okay, click on the login. See, welcome Madhu Reddy. So the user is successfully logged into the application, and we have created the user as well. Just now I have been created the user, and the user is successfully logged into the application. So okay, now I have created one user by automating the process. Okay, so I have automated the process. I have recorded everything. Okay, so now I'll show you how you can do that. Okay, how you can create n number of users by automating the process. Okay, so filter your script. You know how to filter and all, right? So I don't want to explain everything. Okay, you know how to filter everything. Okay, so incoming telemetry, you can delete this one. Okay, so you need to do the correlation as well. Without doing correlation, you cannot do anything. So do the correlation as well before going to automate your process. Enter the store, pet store, pet store, detect portal, detect portal, detect portal, pet store, GIF. What is this? Action.6. Next, sign in. Okay, it is required. Next, dot action required. Sign in dot gif. It is not required. You can delete this. And dot action. Dot action. Okay, fine. See here you can see three sign-ins are there. Okay, so three sign-ins are Urdu. All should be recorded under the same transaction. So that's why I am dragging and dropping. So dragging dropping is nothing but okay, just element. Okay, what you can do, you press and hold and you can drag. See, it is moving now. See, wherever you want, there you can drop. Okay, number, don't forget number. See, 11, 12, 16, like that series should be there. Okay, you can see. Okay, so like that you can drag and drop. Okay, you can hold the element and you can see it is moving to everywhere. ఎక్కడికైనా move అవుతుంది. Okay, it can move to anywhere. Just hold and you can move up or down and you can leave over there wherever. Okay, so now I'll show you. Okay, so what and all things will be there. So you need to do the correlation as well. Okay, don't forget to do the correlation. Okay, see, at the time of recording, whatever the data you have been given here, the data is present over here. See, username I have given like Maditati, password you see 123456, first name, last name, account, email, okay, phone number, address 1, address 2. So everything have been recorded over here. See, okay, so now you need to do the parameterization for these inputs. From the beginning onwards, I am telling, okay, while from, parameterization concept. Whatever the data you are entering with the help of your keyboard, those can be parameterized over here. Okay, so you can from the beginning, you can come from the beginning. So this URL you have been entered using your keyboard. So this can be parameterized. So next, so if you want to parameterize this port number also, you can do parameterization or else you can ignore it. So coming to next request, click on the next request. You can see this is the thing which you have been entered manually. And 443 you can ignore. And coming to path, here you can see one number. So this number you have not entered. So that is the correlation. Okay, that is the dynamic value. You need to handle that particular value. So using what? Using correlation. You copy that one. Okay, so copy that one. How you can do correlation? Go to your recording time log and you can search for the same here. Okay, search for that here and click on the search. Okay, that's all. See, one box is highlighted over here saying that action number 6. Okay, in that particular action number 6, what is there? So in the response data, response body, okay, you can go and search. Okay, you can get the value over here. See, JSession ID is present over here. Okay, so we need to fetch this JSession ID and we need to pass that in the where, in this body, in the here URL you need to pass. Okay, how we can do that? So add the regular expression extractor. So why we are adding the regular expression to only 6 మాత్రమే ఎందుకు యాడ్ చేస్తున్నాం ఇక్కడ? యూ కెన్ సీ catalog dot action, okay, -6. 6k ఎందుకు యాడ్ చేయాలి మనం? రెగ్యులర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్. Okay, so you are trying to search for the dynamic value. That value is present in the request number 6. You can see enter the store action catalog dot action -6 in that particular request. Okay, in that particular request response body, so we are getting the JSession ID. So therefore we need to add the regular expression to request number 6. Okay, so go to the script, right click on it, and where it will be there, that will be there in the post processor regular expression extractor. You can use our boundary extractor also, you can use. Okay, so copy this line from here, JSession ID something something something. Okay, so copy this and you can go to regular expression extractor. Okay, and you can paste over here. Okay, here which you need to copy, which you need to capture. So this is the number you need to capture. Okay, ఈ నెంబర్ని మనం క్యాప్చర్ చేయాలి. రిమూవ్ దట్ నెంబర్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్. ఓకే, యూజ్ పెరాలిటీస్ ఓపెన్ డాట్ ప్లస్ క్వశ్చన్ మార్క్ పెరాలిటీస్ క్లోజ్. దట్స్ ఆల్. Okay, name of the created variable, you are doing the correlation, so therefore I have given c underscore. Okay, what you are capturing here, JSession ID you are capturing, so therefore I am giving JSession ID like this. And coming to the regular expression extractor name, I am giving like this, JSession ID. Why? Because I am using this regular expression extractor to capture JSession ID, so that's why I have given like this. Okay, so template you know, so I am capturing the first one only, so therefore I can give $1, sorry, grouping. So we have only one group here, so therefore we can go with $1. So if we have the $2 at the time, based on our requirement means here which one you need to capture, either first one or second one. Based on that you can choose your template, either 1 or 2. Here in our case we are using only one group over here, so therefore template you can give like this, $1. Coming to match number, go with 1. So we do have only one match count here. Okay, so take this one copy this JSON ID from here, and where you need to pass that, you need to pass that in the here in the URL. So remove this one from here, number you can remove from here and keep dollar flower bracket open, control V. Okay, close the flower bracket. Okay, కొరిలేషన్ చేయాలి. కొరిలేషన్ చేయకుండానే మనం ఈ డేటా క్రియేషన్ కానీ ఇలాంటివన్నీ చేయకూడదు. ఓకే, సో మేక్ షూర్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ బీన్ కొరిలేటెడ్ యువర్ స్క్రిప్ట్. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకా మిగతా ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా ఇక్కడ, డైనమిక్ వాల్యూ కానీ ఏమైనా? సో దేర్ ఈస్ నో డైనమిక్ వాల్యూస్ అండ్ ఆల్, సో యూ కెన్ ఇగ్నోర్ ఇట్. గో టు ద నెక్స్ట్ యాక్షన్. సి here search for the dynamic values and all, there is no dynamic value and all. Go to next action. See next action, here you can see username Maditati, password 123456, repeat password, first name, last name. So these things are the data you have been entered. So while recording you have been entered manually, right? So therefore, so ivanni manam em cheyali, so you need to do parameterize this one. Okay, username, password, repeat password, first name, last name, email, phone number. So everything what you need to do, so you need to do the parameterization for these many inputs. How you can do? Whenever you are having the multiple inputs, ఇప్పుడు నేను 100 మంది యూజర్స్ అన్నాను, యూజర్ నేమ్స్ మీకు 100 మంది కావాలి, 100 యూజర్ నేమ్స్ కావాలి, పాస్వర్డ్స్ 100 పాస్వర్డ్స్ కావాలి, ఫస్ట్ నేమ్ 100 కావాలి, లాస్ట్ నేమ్ 100 కావాలి, ఈమెయిల్ 100 కావాలి, ఫోన్ నెంబర్ 100 we want. So like that each and every parameter, so we should pass 100 parameters. ఎందుకు? you are creating the 100 user. Okay, so whenever you are creating 1000 users, then usernames are 1000 required, password 1000 required, repeat password also 1000 required, like that each and every parameter, so thousands of data is required. Okay, so how you can load the data and all? You can load the data in the CSV file. I will show you how you can load the data and all. Okay, so go to February batch. In the February batch, create one file. Okay, so let me take this test data CSV file, let me copy this one. Okay, so or else I will show you one more time. Okay, first what you can do, how directly you cannot create the .csv file. Okay, so go to new, and here you can choose either XLS or XLX worksheet you can create, and open that sheet. Okay, so open that sheet. Okay, so that sheet is open. Okay, so yeah, so this is the sheet, this is the XLX sheet, but we don't want XLX sheet, we want CSV. Go to menu. Okay, here you can see save as, go to there, and here you can see other formats, click on that other formats. Okay, so yeah, so file type you can see XLX, click on over there. If you click over there, you can see CSV here, CSV comma delimiter dot CSV. Okay, select that one, and if you want to rename this one, you can rename it. Okay, so default name it is there. I'm giving like register user. Okay, so register user. So to create a user, okay, I am using the CSV, so therefore I have given the name like register. Okay, register underscore user, or registration you can give. Registration. Okay, so registration user. Okay, so .csv you can see that I am saving in the same February batch. Click on save. Okay, that's all. So now click on yes. Okay, so you can see the name has been changed over there. So registration underscore user .csv. So now what you need to do, you need to load the data in the CSV file. How you can load the data? You go to your JMeter. What and all required? load cheyali meeru. You need to load the username, you need to load the password, you need to load the repeat password, first name, last name. These many inputs you need to load. Okay, so first one, username. You can see username, right? So go to your CSV and type over here, so username. Okay, so username is required. So next what required? Password. Okay, you can enter password over here. Okay, so like that you need to enter all the details. Okay, here what is the next one? After password, repeat password. Whatever the password you are entering here, same password you can enter over here as well, repeat password also. So ఈ రెండింటికి మనం you can use the same parameter. Okay, so password game input ఇస్తున్నావు, repeat password also you can pass the same input. So therefore, so repeat password again you no need to enter over there in the CSV. ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ repeat password అని చెప్పి సేమ్ పాస్వర్డ్ని మళ్ళీ ఎంటర్ చేయాల్సిన పని లేదు. So you can use the same password for the repeat password as well. You can call from there. Okay, so second one, next one, first name, you can see account dot first name. So you can go to JMeter and you can enter like first name, FIRSTNAME. So first name. And next one, okay, I think last name. Okay, so last name. So like this you need to enter the all the variables in the your CSV. So first name done, last name done. Next email, phone number. Okay, so go to your CSV, email. Next one is the phone number. Okay, phone, just I have given like a phone. Next, after phone number, address 1, address 2, city. Okay, so you can mention ADD or ESS address 1. Okay, let me copy this from here and let me paste over here, and you can make it as address 2, address 1, address 2. Next one is city, CITY. So next, still any inputs? City, address 1, address 2, city, state, after state, what and all things will be there. Uh, yeah, state, zip, country. Those three is required. State, zip, country. Okay, state, zip, and country. Okay, so yeah, so that's all. Next, go to your JMeter. So you can see after zip, after country, language preference you have not entered, that you can ignore it. That is a drop down. So let me show you. Okay, so go to JMeter, sign in, register now. Okay, so language. So language preference. This is a drop down. You are not giving any like manual interruptions over here. You can ignore this information, profile information. You can keep as it is. Okay. So why? Because you are not giving any input using your finger, using your keyboard. You are not giving any input, right? So therefore you can ignore this section. You no need to do parameterization for this. Parameterization దేనికి చేయాలి? Whatever the input you are giving manually, you are by typing. So those only you can parameterize. You see, user ID, new password, repeat password, first name, last name, email, up to city. These are all the fields you have been entered using your keyboard. So those should be parameterized. Okay, so kabatti parameterization chesam. Okay, see, I have entered the data. So now you are creating the user. Okay, you are creating the users. Okay, therefore you need to give the username as a fresh username. Don't use repeated usernames. Okay, so ఇంతకుముందు ఆల్రెడీ ఉన్న యూజర్స్ నేమ్ని వాడకూడదు. ఓకే, సి while I am recording our script, okay, I have given the username as a Maditati. Okay, so again I cannot use the same name to create the user. So why? Because so this particular I mean not only this, any application, it do not accept duplicated values, duplicated usernames and all. So every time you should give unique one. So kabatti, so what I will do now, so I can give like, so let me enter something unique name over here. So Maditati. Okay, so 01 I have been entered. Okay, so just I use only two users. Why? Because this okay, so our this site is not working properly. Okay, I'm not sure ఇప్పుడు కూడా వర్క్ అవుతుందా లేదా. ఇంతకుముందు వర్క్ అయింది, ఇప్పుడు చూడాలి మళ్ళీ. ఓకే, సో ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ ఎండ్ ఆల్సో వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ ఆర్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్ దిస్ వన్, డోంట్ అప్లై too many users load. If you apply too many users load, that application it will crash. Okay, so password you can give anything. I'm giving like 98765. Okay, I have given. So here 34567 I have been given. So first name MADI I have given. Okay, so or else what I can give, so I can give like Madhu. Okay, Madhu 01, and here I can give Madhu 02. Okay, Madhu 02 I have given. So last name something MADI, and here also I can give something MADI. Okay, so email, so let me give the same one. Control A, Control C, email, Control V. Okay, at the rate gmail.com. You can give anything over here. So okay. Phone number, 10 digits number should be there. So one, okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 address 1 something, address 2 something. Okay, so you can give anything. Okay, okay, address నుంచి నువ్వు ఎన్ని అయినా క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. If you want to give same address also, you can give city like I can give like Poland. Okay, so Poland, I can give this city like New York. Okay, so you can give anything, and the same cities I'm giving over here as a state as well. Okay, so zip code 6 digits 1 2 3 4 5 6. Here also 1 2 3 4 5 6. Country you can give like USA or you can give Canada. Okay, yeah, so that's all. Now you can save this data. Okay, control yes. What you are doing here, so you are automating your process. Okay, whatever you have recorded the script, you are automating the script for two users. So whenever you have been executed this particular script, what happens? No, so this user's data should pass over here. Instead of this Madhi30, Madhu01, Madhi3001 should pass. Password something it will pass, repeat password something it pass. Okay, అలాగా డేటా అనేది మొత్తం మనం రిప్లికేట్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, సో హౌ యూ కెన్ డూ దట్? సో రిమూవ్ దిస్ Madhi30 ఫ్రమ్ హియర్. ఓకే, సో ఎక్కడి నుంచి రావాలి? ఇక్కడ నుంచి రావాలి. ఓకే, యూ కాపీ దిస్ యూజర్ నేమ్. Okay, copy this username from here and go to there, and you know how to do parameterization. Dollar symbol, flower bracket open, control V, flower bracket close. That's all. Now password, remove this password from here and go to your CSV and copy the password here, control A, control C, go to your JMeter. Okay, so you know, right? Dollar, flower bracket open, control V, flower bracket close. Like this, what you need to do? You need to do the parameterization. Whatever the password you are entering here, same password you can enter like for the repeated password also. So therefore I have given like this. Next, coming to first name, go here and copy the first name here. ఎందుకు ఇదే కాపీ చేసుకోమంటున్నాను అంటే ఫస్ట్ నేమ్ కదా అని చెప్పి మీరు ఏది పడితే అది ఇచ్చేదానికి ఉండదు. ఓకే, క్యాపిటల్ లెటర్ స్మాల్ లెటర్ క్యాపిటల్ లెటర్ ఇస్తే ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ కేస్ సెన్సిటివ్. ఇట్ కెనాట్ ఐడెంటిఫై ద థింగ్స్. సో దేర్ఫోర్ ద డేటా ఇట్ డు నాట్ pass. Last name also go to there and copy the last name, double click on this, control A, control C. Okay, so go to your JMeter, dollar, flower bracket open, control V, flower bracket close. Okay, so like the similar way what you can do for the all. Okay, so email as well, control A, control C, go to your JMeter, dollar, flower bracket open, control V, flower bracket close. Okay, so phone number, so delete this phone number from here and go to your CSV, control A, control C. Okay, come here, dollar, flower bracket open, control V, control. Okay, so Holy Street and delete from here, address 1. Okay, so copy this address 1 from here. Okay, so go to your JMeter, dollar, flower bracket open, control V, flower bracket close. Okay, so delete this like that. You need to do the parameterization here. మీరు కావాలంటే P underscore also you can keep, no problem. Okay, parameterization చేస్తున్నాను కదా, so I can give like a P underscore. You can give P underscore ఇవ్వాలంటే మీరు ఎక్కడ ఇవ్వాలో ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇవ్వాలి. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ P underscore ఇస్తే సరిపోదండి. కొందరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఇక్కడ ఇస్తారు. ఇక్కడ P underscore ఇచ్చారు, బాగుంది. మరి CSVలో కూడా ఉండాలి కదా, సేమ్ అదే P underscore ఉండాలి. CSVలో మీరు ఏం చేయాలి? అడ్రస్ 2 ఇక్కడ, సో ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ అడ్రస్ 2 వాట్ యూ కెన్ డూ? సో P underscore you need to put like this or else it do not identify. అర్థమైందా? సో అలా ఇచ్చుకోవాలి. సిటీ. ఓకే, if you want to put P underscore over here, you can put P underscore over here as well, and control A, control C, and go to your JMeter and city. Remove the city from here, dollar, open, control V, like this you can use. Okay, so you can use the P underscore as well, or else without using P underscore also you can. So state, next state, control A, control C, go to your JMeter, remove the state from here, dollar. Okay, so dollar, flower bracket open, control V, flower bracket close. So like that you can do for all. So okay, so I'm leaving this zip and all. Okay, so I can ignore it. If you want you can do. So in this I'm ఎందుకు చేయకూడదు. Okay, let me do. So zip. Okay, zip. All this. ఇక్కడ నుంచి కాపీ చేసుకోవడం బెస్ట్ అండి, ఎందుకంటే ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ స్మాల్ లెటర్ I have given cap letter, so it will create the issue for you. Country, dollar, go and copy the country name, whatever you have been given there. So Control A, Control C, go to your JMeter and you can paste over here. Close the flow project. That's all. Okay. Now what I did so far, I did the parameterization. Okay. So now how I can call this data to here? ఎలా కాల్ చేయాలి సో యూజింగ్ CSV dataset config. Remember yesterday we have been added CSV dataset config. How you can add it? So right click on the test plan. Okay, so right click on the test plan, mouse around to the add. In the config elements you can see CSV dataset config. So it is added at the bottom, right? So you just click on that one, hold that element and you can drag and drop below the test plan. Okay, yeah. So now already you have created a file. Okay, already you have created a file. That location is, you can go and you can put over here, see, in February batch. Okay, so open that file, go to your JMeter and click on the browse, go to February batch, go to E drive. Here February batch will be there. Okay, so here, where is ours, what is the name I have given here? So registration underscore user. Okay, so registration underscore user, where it is, yes, click on that CSV and click on the open. Okay, so next, file encoding, it is not required, you can ignore it. And variable names you need to copy and you need to paste over here. From where you need to paste? From here. Okay, copy the username from here, Control A, Control C, go to your JMeter and you can paste over here. So then comma, again go to your password, CSV, Control A, Control C. Okay, so you can paste over here, so like that. So each and every parameter should be separated by what? Comma as a delimiter. Last name, email. దిస్ ఈజ్ కొందరు ఏమనుకుంటున్నారంటే రెండు యూజర్లే కదా డైరెక్ట్గా క్రియేట్ చేసేయచ్చు కదా, లైక్ దట్ దే ఆర్ థింకింగ్. అజ్యూమ్ యూ నీడ్ టు క్రియేట్ 1000 users data at the time. Okay, so first it will take around 15 to 20 minutes data to create the things and all. But okay, so whenever you are creating 1000 users, like 100 users and all, so at the time this process is very helpful to you. In the real time also we will follow the same process to create the users and all. Okay, so first మనం కొంచెం కష్టపడాల్సి ఉంటుంది. Okay, then within a single click you can create the users and all. Thousands of data you can create. So first thing is that you need to load the data and all here in the CSV. CSVలో మనం డేటా మొత్తం లోడ్ చేసుకోవాలి. From there we will call everything. In the interview also they will ask you how you can create the test data. Okay, so be prepared, listen carefully. Yeah, so okay, so I have been entered. Ignore first line. So here I have been entered the variable names, and in the CSV also I have entered the variables. So what I can do? So I can ignore the first line. So make it as a true. Okay, allow coded data recycle another file. So you can leave it. Okay. So now how many users you have been loaded over here in the CSV? How many data points? I have loaded 2 data points here. I want to create 2 users. Okay. So therefore what you can do? Go to your thread group and make it as a number of threads as a 2. Okay, so make number of threads as a 2 and ramp up you can give like 3 seconds or 4 seconds, something you can give. Okay, so you can give, and loop count you can give 1. Okay, that's all. So now, so right click on the thread group, mouse over onto that, add the listener. మనకు తెలియాలి కదా, so whether we are getting pass transaction, failure transaction, what we are getting exactly we should know. So that's why I have added view result tree. Okay, so now what you can do, you just click on the play button, that's all. Okay, click on the play button and see what happens. So before going to click on the play button, just save this one. Okay, without save. Yeah, so go and click on the play button, that's all. Okay, it is is completed. Okay, now you go and verify so whether you have been created the user or not. Okay, so create చేసారా లేదా, సో మీరు అసలు మీ డేటా పాస్ అయిందా లేదా, you can verify it. So where you have entered the data and all in request number 16, you can see in request number 16 you have been entered the username, passwords and all, right? So go to view results tree, click on the request number 16. Okay, click on the request, click on the request body, so you can see here the data is passing or not. Okay, so it is not passing. See, the data is not passing. Request or request body, in the request body it is showing like get method, so it is showing like post method. Where is the request number 16 over here? Okay, I think there is some issue with this. Okay, so ikkada meeku within the single shot, so you can get all the data on the, let me check over here. So man create ayinda leda, let me go and verify. Okay, so click on the sign in. Okay, I think this future is not working. Okay, go here, what is the username you have given, copy that username. Okay, so paste over here. Just I am verifying whether I have created the user or not. Okay, what is the password you have given? Okay, so I need something, see, welcome Madhu01, the user is created. Okay, if you want to verify second user also, you can verify. Okay, so how you can verify, click on the sign out. So why you are seeing Madhu01 only, you have given the first name like Madhu01, right? So you have given the first name Madhu01, that's why it is displayed like Madhu01. So go to second one, control C, username. Okay, so click on the sign in and give Madhu02. Okay, so password, whatever the password you have given in the CSV, copy that password from here. Okay, so control A, control C, go to your browser. Okay, control V, click on the login. See, Madhu02. So what it means, you have created the user successfully. See, within a single click I have created 2 users. So if I apply 10 users, it will create 10 users. If I give 100 users over here, it can create 100 users. Okay, in real time what you can do, so whatever the script you have been created over here. Okay, so whenever you are loading the data, so based on your requirement you can load the data. మీరు 100 మంది అయితే 100 డేటా మీరు లోడ్ చేయొచ్చు. సింప్లీ వాట్ యూ కెన్ డూ, you no need to type these and all things. Okay, you can simply drag and drop, that's all. You can drag it. See, so I have created 17 users. Password also what you can do, you can drag it. So simply you like this, you can drag it so that you can create the number of users data. Every time మనం మాన్యువల్గా మీరు చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉండదు. ఓకే, దిస్ ద వే హౌ యూ కెన్ యూజ్ సిఎస్వి అండ్ ఆల్. ఓకే, సింపుల్గా మీరు డ్రాగ్ అండ్ డ్రాప్ యూ కెన్ యూజ్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ క్రియేట్ ద డేటా. ఓకే, వెరీ ఈజీలీ. సో ఇలాగా ఫస్ట్ మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి how many users are required. So you need to load the data in the CSV, and using that CSV by using parameterization concept. Yes, so you can do like this parameterization and all, then just click on the play button, that's all. Okay, the users will be created. Okay, so already I have used the same users. Okay, don't use again the same users as well. If you use the same user, it do not create. Okay, so use something else. ఎవరికైనా మీకు డౌట్ ఉంటే యూ కెన్ యూజ్ సంథింగ్ ఎల్స్ నేమ్, సో దట్ ఐల్ షో యూ నౌ వెదర్ దట్ ఈస్ క్రియేటింగ్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఓకే, సో ఈయన ముందే ప్రిపేర్ చేసి పెట్టుకున్నాడు అనుకోవచ్చు మీరు. సో గివ్ సంథింగ్ యువర్ నేమ్స్. ఓకే, ఐ కెన్ క్రియేట్. Guys, I'm asking you only. So give some input over here so that I can create the user and I can show you. If not, tell me, I can skip it and I can jump to next topic.
Krishna. Hello, Krishna.
Okay, so first name you are giving like Krishna. Okay, Krishna. Krishna. Okay, second name only one is
Kumar.
there, right? Yeah, sorry.
Kumar.
Okay, Kumar. Okay, password can I use the same or you can give any?
అదే ఇవ్వండి సార్, పాస్వర్డ్ ఇచ్చి సేమ్.
Yeah, so I have given the same, right? And last name, first name. Why? Because it is displaying the first name, right? So therefore I can give like Krishna01. Okay, or else Krishna I can give. Okay, so Krishna I can give, and Kumar, so I can give like Kumar. Okay, so Kumar I can give. this is the data I have loaded. So remaining and all you can leave it. So no problem. Okay. So now you go to your JMeter and run your test. Clear the data. Okay. So clear the data. So let me save this. Save this ana leda. So before saving, save cheyakunda you cannot run your test. Okay. So go to your JMeter, click on the play button. That's all. Okay. You can see there is a failure. Why it is a failure? Okay. See status 500 you can see. Internal server error. See that server is not working now. Okay. So you can use the same data. So చూద్దాము once create అయిందా లేదా. If not, so we'll go and we'll trigger one more time. So what is the name you have given? Krishna, right? So Krishna Krishna and okay. So password you have given this one. Control A, Control C. Go to your browser. You can paste over here. Control V. Click on the login. You can see invalid username and password. Now you go here. Okay. So clear your data and use the same data again. So why? Because previously we have not created the data. Okay. See. No. Okay. So again it is not working. See. HTTPS status code 500 internal server. అందుకే చెప్పింది. So whenever this particular sites and all recognize that we are doing automation and all, at the time they will disable the things like this. Okay. So వాళ్ళు disable చేస్తారు. Okay. Anyhow. Okay. That is the way how you can create the data and all. మళ్ళీ వర్క్ అవుతుంది. వర్క్ అయినప్పుడు క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది. సో లేదంటే
అక్కడ యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇవ్వలేదు సార్.
ఏంటి
యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇవ్వలేదు సార్. అక్కడ డాలర్ అని ఇక్కడ కృష్ణ
ఎక్కడ యూజర్ నేమ్
క్రెడెన్షియల్ సార్.
ఎక్కడ యూజర్
పారామీటర్స్.
యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చినాను కదా ఇక్కడ.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే.
మీరు ఏం చేంజ్ చేయాల్సిన పని లేదు. వన్స్ మీరు పారామీటరేషన్ చేస్తే యూ నో నీడ్ టు డూ చేంజ్ ఎనీథింగ్. ఇన్ ద సిఎస్వి ఓన్లీ యూ నీడ్ టు చేంజ్ సంథింగ్. ఇక్కడ మాత్రమే మీరు ఇన్పుట్స్ మార్చుకోవాలి తప్ప ఈ పైన ఉండే లైన్లో ఏమీ చేంజ్ చేయరు. ఓకే. పారామీటర్ నేమ్ మారదు. యూజరు, పాస్వర్డ్, ఫస్ట్ నేమ్, లాస్ట్ నేమ్, ఈ ఫస్ట్ రోలో ఏమున్నాయో అవి ఏమీ చేంజ్ అవ్వదు. ఆ కింద ఉండేవి మాత్రమే చేంజ్ అవుతాయి మీకు. ఓకే. సో మీకు యూజర్ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది. ఐ థింక్ దెర్ ఈస్ సమ్ ఇష్యూ విత్ దిస్ రిజిస్టర్ నౌ. ఓకే. సో మీరు చూడండి, మీకు మీరు చేసేటప్పుడు చూడండి. సో జస్ట్ అప్లై ఏదర్ 1 or 2 యూజర్స్, డోంట్ అప్లై మోర్ దాన్ దట్. సో వర్క్ అవ్వడం లేదు. 2 యూజర్స్కి ఒకసారి చేసిన దానికి రెండోసారి వర్క్ అవ్వడం లేదు ఇక్కడ. సి after some time you can try from your end, you can create, I think, I'm not sure. Okay, so this is the way how you can create in the real time as well. Okay, so you need to load the data in the CSV. Okay, enta data kavala, so the data. So first we need to imagine and we need to estimate. So based on that you need to load the data in the CSV like this. Manam rendanna kabatti 2 data I have been entered. So if you want to create n number of users, then you need to enter n number of data in the CSV. 10 మంది అయితే 10, 20 మంది అయితే 20, 1000 మంది అయితే 1000 మంది. సో లైక్ దట్ యూ నీడ్ టు ఎంటర్ యువర్ డేటా ఓవర్ దేర్. ఓకే. సో దాన్ని అలాగే చేయాలి. ఫస్ట్ కొరిలేషన్ చేయండి. సో ఆఫ్టర్ డూయింగ్ ద కొరిలేషన్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ డూ ఫర్ ద పారామీటరేషన్ అండ్ ఆల్. వితౌట్ డూయింగ్ ద కొరిలేషన్ యువర్ స్క్రిప్ట్ ఇట్ డు నాట్ వర్క్ ఫర్ ద పారామీటరైజేషన్ కాన్సెప్ట్ లైక్ దిస్. ఓకే. ఓకే. సో ఇలాగ మీరు టెస్ట్ డేటా అనేది క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే. బై రికార్డింగ్ యువర్ సినారియో. Yeah, so coming to parameteration, so one more method is there, that is user parameters. So user parameters I will tell you, so whenever I am discussing about the preprocessors. So preprocessors దగ్గర చెప్తాను. Okay, so user parameters. Okay, so now I am skipping that one. Okay, so skip చేస్తున్నాం. మనకి ఎలా గుర్తుంటుందంటే here right click on the thread group, so onto that preprocessors you can see user parameters. So whenever I am talking about the preprocessor, there I will tell you about this user parameters. Okay, this user parameter can be used for the parameterization purpose. Okay, there I will tell you. ఇప్పుడు చెప్తే మీకు అర్థం కాకపోవచ్చు. ఓకే. సో there I will tell you why preprocessor, ఎందుకు preprocessor వాడతాము, ఎలా వాడతాము అక్కడ చెప్తాము. సో నెక్స్ట్ I am jumping to the topic config elements. Okay, so why config elements is important in the JMeter. So why we need to use that. Okay, so config elements can be used for the configuration purpose. Okay, I want to configure something in our script. Okay, then I need to use configuration purpose. Okay, I have loaded the CSV right here. I have loaded the data in the CSV. That So what it means? So I am loading something data in a file using CSV data. Okay, I am configuring something over there. So therefore I can use config element, that is CSV data. CSV data set config I can use, and I can load the data in that. Okay, so I want to configure my header. You can see header manager. So what you can do, so that header manager will be there in the config element. I want to add the cache and cookie managers. So those will be there in the config element. For the configuration purpose, we can use those. Okay, so whatever in the JMeter, whatever you want to do for the configuration purpose, so we can use the config elements. You can see config elements. We do have so this many config elements in JMeter. Okay, so already we have been discussed about CSV config, right? So first config element CSV already we have been discussed so far. Okay, so next one is header manager. See, header manager I have been added. So whenever you are recording your script, at the time of recording itself, the header managers will be recorded, and the supporting headers will be captured by your JMeter. See, for each and every request there is a supporting header manager. See, there is a supporting header manager will be there. Okay, so you have not added that manually. So how it is added? So that is added by default. Okay, while recording your script, by default your JMeter is captured the headers, and it is displaying over here in the where in the script. Okay, చూడండి ఇక్కడ. So for each and every okay request there will be a header manager. So we have not added the header manager. So by default your JMeter is capturing and it is showing over here. Okay, so manually when we can add the header manager and all. So I will tell you. Okay, so not now, but whenever I am explaining about the API testing at the time, so there I will tell you how you can use the header manager manually. Okay, so for UI recording and all, that is not required. So now we are discussing about the UI, right? So everything we are discussing about the UI only, we are not discussing about the API. So therefore you can ignore now. Now right click on the thread group and config element. So header manager done. So next is cookie manager and cache manager. These two are very important. So okay, so header manager, cookie managers. Okay, so these two I have added, and let me select this and drag and drop below the test plan. Okay, always the config elements you can drop below the test plan. So why I have added cookie manager and cache managers over here? So what is the use of this cookie manager and cache manager? It's a very important question in the interview. Okay, the people they will ask you about this cache manager and cookie managers. ఎందుకు వాడాలి? Okay, so let me give one example of this. Okay, see, I am using first time a Flipkart application. Okay, so Flipkart application I am launching over here. Okay, Flipkart I have been launched over here. You can see a lock symbol over here. Click on that lock symbol. Click on that lock symbol. You can see cookies 13 in use. Okay, so where those will be there? Whenever you are launching your application, any application, okay, any application if we talk about. So Google Meet also you can see there is a lock symbol. Click on that one. Okay, you can see cookies 22 in use. For each and every application, whatever the application you are using or whatever the website you are using, okay, so there will be a cookies. Okay, so whenever you are accessing that particular application or particular web page, that cookies will be downloaded and those cookies will be there in your browser. Okay, let me show you where those will be there. Go to your settings, go to settings in any browser and search for cookies over here. COOKIES, cookies. Okay, so search for cookies. Here you can see cookies and other sites data. Click on that cookies. Here you can see, so based on your see all cookies and site data. Click on that one. And here you can see so far. Okay, so what and all websites you have been used, those data you can see, right? See, ఏ వెబ్సైట్ యూజ్ చేసావు, దానికి ఎన్ని కుకీస్ డౌన్లోడ్ అయినాయి. సో ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ యూ కెన్ సీ 33 acres 1 cookie, 360yield.com 2 cookies, okay, 3lift.com 2 cookies. Okay, so something it is showing like, see, each and every website whatever you have been used so far. See, Blazemeter, so 1 cookie. Okay, so something, so each and every website the cookies any download and Abibus you can see 4 cookies. abstracts.us 3 cookies. Okay, so academia.edu, okay, 10 cookies. Okay, access.redact.com, okay, local storage is showing me. Okay, like that you can see account.google.com 5 cookies, account.livechat 4 cookies. Okay, you can see the cookies. Add this.com 8 cookies. So each and every website whatever you are using in the browser, so the cookies, supporting cookies will be downloaded, and those will be stored in where in your browser. See, adobe.com 21 cookies. Okay, so like that each and every browser whatever you have been used so far, so you can see those things. Cookies ఏ డౌన్లోడ్ అయినా మీకు ఇక్కడే ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, see, amazon.com 20 cookies, amazon.in 6 cookies. Okay, like that you can see. AnyDesk you can see 8 cookies. apconvent.in 1 cookie. Okay, and సో ఇలా చూస్తూ ఉంటే నేను ఏమేమి వెబ్సైట్లు ఓపెన్ చేశానో అన్ని సోది మీకు ఇక్కడ ఉంటాయి. అండ్ యూ కెన్ సీ ద హౌ మెనీ కుకీస్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ డౌన్లోడెడ్ అండ్ దోస్ ఆర్ స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ ద బ్రౌజర్. మీరు చూడొచ్చు. ఓకే, see sometimes even though you are having the internet connection, proper internet connection, you cannot able to access that particular website or a web page. అప్పుడు ఏం చెప్తారు, సో క్లియర్ క్యాచ్ అండ్ కుకీ ఫైల్స్ ఇన్ బ్రౌజర్ అండ్ ట్రై వన్ మోర్ టైమ్. లైక్ దట్ ద పీపుల్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు అడ్వైజ్ యూ. వై? బికాస్ సో ద డేటా, heavy data is there in your browser. Because of that your browser is, I think, so it is not working as expected. So therefore what you can do, you can clear your cache and cookie files and then launch your browser. Okay, launch your browser again or launch your web page again at the time, so it will work properly. Okay, so here also in our case, see, so each and every time, okay, whenever you are accessing that particular application, okay, or web page, the cookies are downloading. Okay, it will take some time to download. Okay, let us assume for the first time I am using that particular application Flipkart. So at the time, freshly from the server, the cookie and cache files will be downloaded. So to download those files it will take some time. Coming to the next time onwards, okay, the response times are very quicker. Response time means your page you can it can display very fastly. Why? Because already cache and cookie files have been downloaded from the server, and those cache and cookie files are there in your browser. Therefore, so again and again your browser do not download so those files. Okay, already it is present in your browser, so therefore cookies and all cannot be downloaded again and again. So therefore the response times are very quicker for the second user, third user, fourth users and all. For the first user the response times are very high. So therefore what we need to do, so in the testing environment, to simulate the real-time environment in the testing environment, so what we will do, we need to clear cache and cookie files for each and every iteration, for each and every user. సో మనం ఏం చేయాలి, ఫస్ట్ ఒక యూజర్ లాగిన్ అయ్యాడు, సో నేనున్నాను. ఓకే, నవ్ ఏ డేస్ ఎవ్రీబడి ఈజ్ హ్యావింగ్, సో వాట్, సో వీ అండ్ ఆల్ ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ ద మొబైల్ ఫోన్స్ డివైజెస్, laptops and all. So therefore we can access the internet from our home itself. Okay, previously around 7-8 years or 10 years back, there is no that kind of facility to us. Okay, to browse internet and all, okay, to check our Gmail also, so we used to go to the internet shops. Okay, ఒక 10 ఏళ్ళ కింద మేము ఇంటర్నెట్ షాప్స్కి వెళ్ళే వాళ్ళం. సో దేర్ వీ నీడ్ టు పే 10 rupees 15 rupees like that for hour. Okay, so there we can check our Gmail and then we'll come back from the internet shop and all. అలా ఉండేది. సో అలాంటి సమయంలో ఏం చేసేవాళ్ళు, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద సిస్టమ్ ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్, ఓకే, ఇన్ ద ఇంటర్నెట్ షాప్, ఇంకో తర్వాత ఎవడెవడు వచ్చినా కూడా వాడు కూడా దే కెన్ యూజ్ ద సేమ్ ఇంటర్నెట్, సేమ్ మిషన్ దే కెన్ యూజ్ టు లాగిన్ టు ద జీమెయిల్ అండ్ ఆల్. ఫస్ట్ టైం నేను వాడినప్పుడు నేను ఐ ఫర్గట్ టు సైన్ అవుట్ అండ్ ఆల్. సో ద పీపుల్ దే కెన్ యూజ్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్, సేమ్ అకౌంట్ దే కెన్ యూజ్ అండ్ దే కెన్ డూ ఎనీథింగ్. ఓకే, సో ఏం చేయాలి అప్పుడు, యూ కెన్ క్లియర్ క్యాచీ అండ్ కుకీ ఫైల్స్ బిఫోర్ కమింగ్ టు your internet shop. So whenever you have been cleared your data, the cache file, cookie files and all, so the next user, whoever replacing you, so that user he cannot access your account. Okay, మీరు ఆల్రెడీ ఒకవేళ పాస్వర్డ్ వదిలేసి వచ్చినా, మీరు సైన్ అవుట్ చేయకుండా వచ్చినా, దట్ ఫెలో హీ కెనాట్ యాక్సెస్ దట్ వన్. ఓకే, అలా ఉండేది ఇంతకుముందు. సో కాబట్టి మేమేం చేసేటోళ్ళము, సైన్ అవుట్ చేసి డేటా మొత్తాన్ని క్లియర్ చేసి వచ్చేటోళ్ళం. Okay, so now there is no such kind of issue on why, because So we are having our gadgets and from our gadgets only you are using the internet and all. Okay. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఒకే మిషనే వాడుతున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు క్లియర్ చేయాలండి? క్లియర్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు కదా, మనం టెస్టింగ్ కదా చేస్తున్నాము అంటే, యు ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఎ సింగిల్ మిషన్ అండ్ యు ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఎ సింగిల్ టూల్. సో యూజింగ్ ద సింగిల్ టూల్ యు ఆర్ క్రియేటింగ్ n number of users. Okay, for the first user, the cookie files will be downloaded and those will be there in the browser level. From the second user onward, the response times are very quicker. So that is not realistic. Okay, in order to simulate the realistic environment, okay, in the testing environment, what we need to do, we need to clear cache and cookie files every time for each and every user. So అలా చేస్తే what we can do, so each and every time the user, he will act like a fresh time user. Okay, so దానికోసం ఏం చేయాలి, so you need to add the cookie manager and cache manager to your scripts, and here you can see there is one checkbox, clear cookies on each iteration. You just check that the checkbox. The cache manager as well, so just check the checkbox, clear cookie manager, that's all. In the cookie manager you need to check, and cache rendu cookie managers ena, so add the cache manager, cookie manager and cache manager. Okay, cache manager, and here also you can see, okay, so clear cache each iteration, so check the checkbox. Okay, so these two what it will do, so every time, so once the iteration is completed, okay, for any user, so once the iteration is completed, it will clear the cookie and cache files from the browser. Okay, so your JMeter, it will act like a browser, but it is not a browser. Okay, so అర్థం చేసుకోండి. So JMeter, it will act like a browser, it is not a real time browser. Okay, it will simulate like a browser, so that's why, okay, if you are not using the browser also, you can get the responses how you are getting the responses in the browser. Okay, in the JMeter. So మీరు ఏం చేయాలి, clear cache iteration and clear cookie iteration, each iteration you need to check those two check boxes. Okay, in the interview the people they will ask you, okay, this is very important question, that's why I have been explained. Okay, so why we need to use the cache and cookie managers in your script? Are you using those two or not? If you say like yes, why you are using? If you said like no, why you are not using? So రెండు క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతారు. So whatever the question it may be, the answer is same. Okay, so in order to create the realistic environment in the testing environment, we need to use the cache manager and cookie managers, and we need to check clear cookie each iteration and clear cache each iteration. Two check boxes we need to check. ఎందుకు చెక్ చేయాలి? whenever the user is logged into the application, any application, or whenever that particular user is accessing any application, supporting files will be downloaded, cache and cookie files will be downloaded, and those will be there in your browser. Whenever you are accessing for the first time, it will take more time to download the cache files and all, cookie files and all. Okay, so therefore for the first user the response times are high if compared with the second user, third user and all. Coming to the second user onwards, okay, already files will be downloaded and those will be there in the browser. So therefore again the browser do not allow to download the files and all. So therefore the response times are very quicker. This is not realistic environment. Okay, so therefore in order to create the realistic environment in the testing environment, we need to clear cache and cookie files for each and every iteration. So therefore for each and every user, so every time the files will be downloaded, cookie files will be downloaded, so therefore we can get the same response times almost for each and every user. So that is the why we need to add the cache and cookie managers to the script. Okay, this is the story you need to explain in the interview. Okay, so next one, right click on the test plan, mouse over onto that, and config element. Okay, so request defaults. Okay, instead of going with request defaults, I will go with user defined variable, and tomorrow I will discuss about this request defaults. User defined variable, click on the user defined variable and you can drag and drop below the test plan. Okay, see whatever the user defined variable you are seeing here, that same user defined variable is there in the test plan as well. You can see test plan. Okay, so under the test plan, okay, so under the test plan you can see user defined variable. This is the same section. Okay, మీకు ఇక్కడ user defined variable నేను యాడ్ చేశాను కదా, You can see you can use this user defined variable for the parameterization purpose, or you can use this test plan user defined variable. Both are same. So you can consider this as a shortcut. Okay, so this as a shortcut. Okay, or else you can use this user defined variable also for the parameterization purpose. Okay, let me show you how you can use this user defined variable for the this one server name. You copy the server name from here, copy here, go to your user defined variable and click on the add which is at the bottom. Okay, under the value you can paste over that one, and under the name, so you can give any name like server name or URL, you can give any name. Okay, server name I have given, copy the server name from here and go to here, and you can remove from here and dollar flower bracket open, control V, flower bracket close. That's all. Okay, same process, there is no change in the process and all. Okay, ఇక్కడ మీరు చూసేది యూజర్ డిఫైన్డ్ వేరియబుల్, and whatever you are seeing in the test plan also, that is also the user defined variable. You can use any one method. Okay, you can use anything. Okay, this user defined variable if you want to use, you can use, or else you can add the user defined variable and you can use this as well. Okay, no problem. Then what is the description? That is the optional parameter. If you want to write anything over there, you can write over there. That's optional parameter. If you want to write the description, you can write like a comment, or else you can ignore it. No problem. Okay. User defined variable. This is the test plan known as a user defined variable. Both are same. Okay. Yeah, I am stopping here for the day. So for any doubts from your end, you can ask me.
సార్ అది మీరు యూజ్ చేసే అడ్వాన్స్ ఎక్సెల్ సార్,
ఏంటి
ఎక్సెల్ సీట్ అడ్వాన్స్ ఎక్సెల్ కదా?
అడ్వాన్స్ కాదు, ఏదైనా మీరు వాడచ్చండి.
ఓకే ఓకే, అంటే నార్మల్ ఎక్సెల్లో సిఎస్వి ఫైల్ 2 టైప్స్ ఉన్నాయి సార్. అంటే నిన్న చూశాను,
అవును,
ఒకటి
కామా
చేస్తే
డెలిమిటెడ్ ఉంటుంది కదా, అది తీసుకోండి.
కామా డెలిమిటర్ సార్.
కామా డెలిమిటర్ మీకు సేవ్ చేసినప్పుడు చూపించాను కదా, సిఎస్వి కామా డెలిమిటర్ అని ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే
అది అది తీసుకోండి. మీరు 2 సిఎస్విలు ఉంటే కామా డెలిమిటర్ ఉండేదాన్ని చూజ్ చేసుకోండి.
ఓకే ఓకే సరే.
Okay, then if no more doubt, we can see you. Okay, see you tomorrow.